I'm Erica from the blog Buttered Side Up, and today I'm going to show you how to make my sourdough discard banana bread. This is a great beginner sourdough recipe because it doesn't require long fermenting time. It's a no-wait sourdough recipe, so you just go ahead and mix up the batter and stick it in the oven right away. This is a great way to use up any excess sourdough starter that you might have. The way this comes together is a little bit different than your traditional banana bread. So first of all, you cream the butter and flour together, whereas a lot of recipes call for melted butter or oil. Also, I have a really handy technique where instead of having to mash the bananas separately like with a potato masher, you just go ahead and beat them with a hand mixer in with the butter and the sugar, so that acts kind of like mashing the bananas for you, and then you don't have to dirty up an extra tool. All right, let's jump in and I'll show you how to make this sourdough discard banana bread.
First, let's talk sourdough starter. Since you aren't relying on the starter to raise the banana bread, it's less important that it's at an ideal maturity than if you were making a long fermented bread. But it's best if the starter has been fed 8 to 12 hours previously and is bubbly and active. You can see that mine was so active that it overflowed. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and butter an 8.5 by 4.5 inch loaf pan. Sprinkle in some flour, tap it all around to coat the butter, and tap out the excess. In a bowl, place 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of unrefined sea salt, and 3/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. I really like Vietnamese cinnamon because the flavor is stronger. Whisk everything together well. Place half a cup of softened butter in a large bowl. Add 1/4 cup of cane sugar. Cream them together until they're fluffy and light. Let's chat bananas for a minute. You want them to be overripe with dark spots, but don't let them go so long that they're completely mush. Add 3 medium, very ripe bananas to the butter and sugar mixture. Beat with a hand mixer until the bananas are well mashed. I love this method because fewer dishes is always welcome in our house. Add 2 eggs to the mixture and 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. Beat until well combined. The mixture might look kind of split. That's okay. Add 1 cup or 240 grams of sourdough starter, aka discard. Mix on low just until incorporated. You don't want to overmix from here on out. Add the dry ingredients and gently mix on low speed just until combined. Now it's time to add the chocolate chips. You can use semi-sweet if you like, but I really like dark chocolate chips. Add 1 cup to the batter. Oh, don't forget those. Gently fold in the chocolate chips with a spatula. Scrape the batter into the prepared loaf pan. Bake in the preheated oven for 60 to 70 minutes or until a toothpick inserted near the center comes out clean. Don't overbake the loaf. Keep an eye on it as the baking time draws to a close. Let the loaf cool in the pan on a wire rack for 10 minutes before inverting it onto a wire cooling rack to cool completely, or at least until just warm. I personally love to serve this bread with grass-fed butter.
So that's how to make my sourdough discard banana bread. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more recipe videos. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.